Donald Trump was interviewed yesterday by streamer Adin Ross. If you have not heard of Adin Ross, that's okay. I'll tell you a little bit about him. We'll learn a little bit about him and figuring out what's going on here. This interview was staged at Trump's Mar-a-Lago. Everything from the microphone settings to the camera angles was just weird. And that seems to be the word of the day when it comes to Trump and MAGA these days. A very interesting moment during this interview was Trump complaining that the interview with the National Association of Black Journalists, where he said Kamala used to be Indian, but she became black. He says the interview was a booby trap. I'm not even going to try to interpret that, but here's what Trump had to say about it.
But, you know, you have journalists today, like that one that intercepted me, literally. That was like a booby trap. I walk in and she starts saying, we got to start a meeting. She didn't say, oh, thank you very much for being here.
No.
Just like the worst. And frankly, if I owned that network, I would fire her so fast. It was so inappropriate. And I actually...
You always cheer when the suggestion of firing a journalist is made. That you can count on. They love that.
I actually, you know, once you sort of walk out, then you put the guard up, and you actually give less information than what you would have if they did it with sugar, right? But she doesn't know about sugar, that one. That was sort of terrible. It became viral, #1 viral.
Yeah.
And it was the question that was viral. Mm-hmm. I think my answers were sort of good.
They were really good.
I think they were.
And if you're wondering why Trump's audio is going in and out, this just, you know, I mean, I guess he's just a streamer, you know, but what's happening there is there seems to be some kind of noise gate that is when Trump talks relatively quietly and he's a little bit further from the mic, the microphone is just, it's gating him out, which is really a shame.
Considered to be, I can't brag, but they were considered to be very good. But the level of hatred and craziness, and you don't know, is that from the head of the network or is that from her?
Okay. If you're wondering about this Adin Ross guy, one of the things he's known for is smelling, excuse me, okay, I apologize. He's known for smelling people's farts. And here he is interviewing Manosphere hero Andrew Tate. And when Tate gets up, Adin Ross smells his chair. I'm so sorry. The official candidate for the Republican Party for the presidency is interviewing with this guy. So I have to do my duty and explain to you who this guy is.
You know,
I have work to do. I'm done. I fixed you.
Where you going? I'm ready, bro. I'm really gonna do this shit. Y'all don't understand, bro. I'm really... And I just want to say, bro.
So there you go, smelling where Andrew Tate was sitting. They did go back to the topic of the NABJ interview, and Trump just argues he was treated so poorly, and he was there out of respect to the black community in the first place.
Walk in, and this woman starts talking about, she talked about, let's get rid of the elephant in the room, and she starts talking about racism and everything.
Racism.
I said, you didn't even say hello to me. And I'm doing them a favor by doing this. I'm doing this out of respect to the black community. And we're getting record numbers, as you know, in the black community. And she came across, you know, she's with ABC Fake News, which is one of the worst. ABC is one of the worst.
Right.
And she is horrible. So she was very
Yeah. You know, I think this whole, like, I'm here to save the black people savior complex that Trump has developed about his relationship with black Americans, I don't think it's working. And the fact that he polled 0 among black voters in Michigan is a sign of that. As I mentioned yesterday, if you want to read the tea leaves about how poorly this campaign is going, one sign is that Trump is going back to the war on Christmas nonsense. And he's again talking about how Kamala Harris doesn't want anybody saying Merry Christmas.
Almost like 8 years ago, I talked about Merry Christmas. We should have Merry Christmas again. Let's bring back Merry Christmas. You weren't allowed to say Merry Christmas. I got it back. Yeah.
And again, a predictable crowd. They love cheering for Merry Christmas. Wow.
It's a nice crowd, huh?
Even if you're Jewish, they like to say Merry Christmas. Every one of
That is very much not true.
my Jewish friends say, we love Merry Christmas.
I'm Jewish. I love Merry
Good,
Christmas.
and
too.
you know, Kamala doesn't.
She doesn't like
it?
She doesn't want you to use Merry Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah, and so now a new mispronunciation, Kamala. Maybe the most shocking video during this stream, other than the crimes that were committed, which, let me not get ahead of myself, we're going to get to that, is once again dictator love. Adin Ross asked Trump, what do you make of what's happening in Venezuela? And Trump says, it's a very safe country, thanks to being run by dictator Nicolas Maduro.
Do you what do you think about what's going on in Venezuela? The whole situation out there.
Well, I know it very well, and Venezuela is right now being run by a dictator. We were enemies with Venezuela. Venezuela was going to collapse, and people could have gone back to Venezuela.
I think somehow Antifa got in and is controlling the mics.
They're in our country now. They've released tremendous numbers of criminals into our country. If you look at Caracas, it was known for being a very dangerous city, and now it's very safe. In fact, the next interview we'll do it in Caracas, Venezuela, because it's safer than many of our cities.
Isn't it just great what they've done in Venezuela? Now, it's always kind of hard to tell with Trump. Is he criticizing that it's run by a dictator? Or is he praising that things are really safe because it's run by a dictator? You kind of can't tell. Or is the argument Trump is making that because they supposedly emptied out their prisons into our country, I guess through a number of Central American countries, I don't know the geography of it, that they got rid of their criminals and that's why it's safe there and we have crime here? You can never tell, but there's always some kind of analogy to how great it is at the end of the day to have a dictator in charge. Now, when it comes to foreign policy, you may be shocked to know that Adin Ross attempted to inform himself about what fascist means. And what I learned about Adin Ross during this clip is he seems functionally illiterate. Like he looks up on the computer, what is fascism, I guess, or fascist. And I guess he can barely read.
What does a fascist mean?
It means you are a far right authorization
Authoritarian, I assume it means.
ultra analyst, political ideology movement characterized by dictator leadership, centralized autocracy, militarism, forcible suppression of opposition. So I don't know what that means, bro. I swear to God. I don't know what the fuck a fascism is. I don't know what the fuck that is. Benito Mussolini and
Benito Mussolini, the much less authoritarian alternative to Benito Mussolini, of course.
Gentile and Jason Stanley. Like, who the fuck are these people, bro? Never heard of my fucking life.
All right, this is who Trump was interviewed by.
What is an example of a fascist? Yo! All right, bro. See what I'm saying, chat? Like, this is why I don't fuck with y'all, bro. Like, dude, like, this is what
Okay, and I'm sorry for the language, but we're allowed to do the language now. And then finally, if you want to just see the epitome of confusion, Adin Ross says that he supports Trump because he wrongly believes Biden banned abortion and he's for abortion, even though, as many of you know, it's actually Trump who now has taken the position that he's against abortion.
Give me 3 reasons why Trump is better than Biden. I'm not saying you're wrong. I just want to know if you're actually talking and you're not just a bot repeating
first
shit.
of all, what happened with abortion is ridiculous. You should not be able to tell a woman what to do with her body. That's first of all. That's a woman's body.
You think.
Yeah, why are we doing this right now, bro, on stream?
You're so brain dead. You're so brain dead.
All right, Josh, do you have a sister? Do you have a sister?
Yeah, I have a sister, bro.
Okay.
Wait, you think Biden was the one that wanted abortion to be? That's what you think?
He's a president.
That's how that works?
He's a president. He can, you know what I'm saying? He can not ban it. What do you mean?
Yeah. So anyway, one of the reasons Adin Ross supports Trump is because Biden, I guess he thinks, banned abortion. So this is what's going on with Trump. Meanwhile, Kamala Harris has 7 campaign events this week. Trump is being interviewed by fart-sniffing streamers and has 1 campaign event. And that's where the divide is right now as far as the campaign goes. So the interview was absolutely absurd. Let's now get to the criminality. You can't vapor smoke inside. You're tired of people seeing you put those little pouches in your lip. There is a nicotine alternative that people won't notice. Zippix nicotine toothpicks. Our sponsor Zippix makes the only nicotine toothpick on the planet that is FDA registered. You can use it anywhere, work, restaurants, airplanes, sporting events, after a meal. The toothpicks stay in a convenient little tube that goes in your pocket or on your keychain. It's way more convenient than carrying around a huge can of pouches all day or a whole bunch of gum or whatever the case may be. Zippix nicotine toothpicks come in flavors like peppermint watermelon, sweet wood, cinnamon, whiskey. If you're not a nicotine user, try out their B12 toothpicks with caffeine instead, a quick and easy alternative to coffee. Do your lungs a favor, cut the cigarette smoke, cut the vape juice. Go to zippixtoothpicks.com today. Save 10% with the code PACMAN10 at checkout. Just remember, you must be 21 or older to order. The link is down below.